Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We are still on the crawler. I think we go for the crawler or something like that now. I have all this mobile stuff. I should get away from that because the big ship in orbit already is called Mobile Home, and that's also not a good name. But you can see that I have started to clean up the outside of it a bit, and I decided for a height for the main room here. I'm not sure if that is too high, but at the moment you can see I decided to go with this, have a bit of a flat surface on the top, or I will try to go for a bit of a flat surface on the top to, again, accommodate maybe some solar panels and the landing pad for the Atmos Scout. I got a lot of ideas in the last few episodes from people that were really good. I'm really into that, and if I start to build these things, I definitely will go and try to credit a bit better here. I talked about having maybe something like a ramp or so coming down so I can enter the whole crawler with on foot without using my jetpack. And someone said maybe make something like a crane, an elevator that you can bring down and then maybe enter a cabin or something like that. And this is a really cool idea. I think I will definitely take that before I build something like a ramp or so. This thing is just, for a ramp, this thing is just too high up. I'm now thinking about how I could do that, and I will not start it this week, but I will do that definitely. Have something swing out, then maybe with pistons or with rotors, have something coming down here, and then I can just enter that structure maybe and get up that way. Again, I want to be able to get into the whole thing without having to use my jetpack. It could be that I run out of hydrogen or something like that. I had to do a bit of rescue today, actually. This thing flipped over, and I don't know why. It starts to be really weird. I moved the whole thing a bit. You can see there are the initial drill holes I did to get to the iron there, and I had to move it from there because there the whole thing just stood very not secure, and it nearly flipped over. I was able to avoid that. And now we will start the project I had planned out for today, or not planned, but I had in my head for today. By the way, sorry that I didn't post on Monday. My brother, Monday was my brother's birthday, and we started the celebration earlier than I thought, and so my whole time schedule was a bit off. So yeah, it was. We had a good celebration. That's the main thing. Sorry, sometimes YouTube has to be on the back burner for that, I would say. Okay, let me check something out, and then we will start to build a small vehicle we can use to drive around with, because moving this thing is sometimes just too hard, and if I want to get resources and all that stuff, sometimes you need something to go out and drive around with something else. The Atmos Scout at the moment proves to be not as good as I would like it to be. Maybe we change that thing a bit and then have a real atmospheric flying atmospheric vehicle. We will go into that maybe later. I'm sure I will not get it done this week, but I hope that we at least can start it and maybe have a rolling chassis by the end of the week. Good. Let me figure something out, and then I will start with you together. Okay, I have set our starting point for everything. Vehicles on the ground. Again, we will try to do another of these basically jacks I used before. Is this right? This can't be right, or? This seems to be a lot better. So, I have the idea for a tricycle. Basically, I want to build a three-wheeled vehicle with the steering wheel on the back, basically. And what I saw, I told you in the last episode, or in the one before, I don't know, that I saw a picture again on the internet, on the Steam on the Steam workshop, and I want to go with something similar to that. I really liked what the person has built there, and I don't want to blatantly steal it. That's not what I'm intending to do, but at least have something resembling it a bit. I hope that's okay, and I don't get into any problems with people that, or the person that had put it out. And I just saw, no, I didn't see it on the Steam Workshop. I saw it on Reddit, on the Space Engineers subreddit. So I can't credit, and again, I just saw a picture. I want to not copy, but be really inspired by that. Let us say it that way. So what we need again are the repair beacons, and then we bring in another reactor. It starts out like always, so put in a reactor here. That's a good thing, and maybe we can finish a lot of this, so we don't need to weld ourselves. So I moved the assembler from the back to the front here. That was needed, so I don't do I still have materials in the cargo bay? I hope that I have the materials I need. One thing I need to bring to the crawler here. Someone said, and that's a thing I really liked. Someone said it reminds her of a scorpion, and that's neat. Maybe we can take the scorpion theme a bit farther. We can see how that works out. The idea definitely is absolutely neat. So okay, let us build one thing here for the moment, so it can also finish this part of the structure. Just we can remove that later, because this jack we will just need it to keep the whole structure up for now. I will move it out a bit more so that I can build, and I'm trying to keep this thing in a way where we can hide it basically below the chassis of the whole thing, and that it pulls itself into the chassis if it is not needed. So we might want to go for a bit of ground clearance. I learned that word now, and I will definitely use it. So I need some, at least a bit of uranium. I hope I still have enough in the reactors here so we can have a bit of uranium just to keep that thing going for now. Okay, what is missing? What is missing? Oh, I know. What I didn't do. You always have to remember that if you have an assembler, you need to set it so that it works together with the nanites. Then you can order with the nanite factory, basically, or the nanite factory basically orders its own stuff. Reactor components, I normally should still have them, or? I should have them. Ah, okay, now the nanites work again. Good. Let me refill my tanks here. Also a thing we should routinely do. Oh, what's now? Ah, it's wrong machine. Come on, give me all the materials here, or all the oxygen, all the hydrogen. Good. What I want to do is have it a bit crab-like, the whole thing. Crab-like. So this thing will expand a bit to the sides and then to the front, and will hold the wheels of the whole thing basically in two arms that reach out to the front. And I might, again, not planned out this thing, I'm just getting into it right now. I need to raise that thing. Oh, what's this? The new build mechanic makes it easy to misplace stuff everywhere. So get this, and then maybe just for safety measures, get a gyro on top, and then bring that whole thing a bit up at least. Just a bit, I would say. We can go up by just a few blocks. Okay, this must be enough. And I think we are already at the limit of that whole thing. So, what I want to try is to have two arms reach to the front, have the wheels basically encased in these arms. We go out a bit. 3, and then maybe one more down. Okay, back with some energy that was needed. The one thing I need to know is the spacing for the whole thing. The wheels, I want them again to be a bit more tucked in, and have them inside the structure. Can I get it here? Let me see if that works. Okay, this... Is this wide enough? That is the question. Let us see how much blocks I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good thing. Down a bit. Then to the front. Down 1, 2, 3. And then down 1 to the side. 1, 2, 3. And then one more down and one more to the front, and bring the next wheel to here too. The spacing will be in a way where I basically... Is this... Oh, this is the wrong way around. Ah, why doesn't it work? Work, you dang thing. You can see, but basically now you can understand what I want to do. This is the front of the whole thing, and the cockpit will be somewhere in the middle here. And these wheels are basically the front wheels. They will not steer the whole thing. They will just be here to hold the whole thing up. And the steering wheel, the wheel that will do the steering, will be on the back. And I need to place that now too. These need what materials? Can I have that now? Yes, okay. And then the whole at the moment it is too big, I think, or I want to have a smaller vehicle to drive around with. This one seems to be too big already. We will go a bit back. Let me find a good placement for the cockpit. I will see if we can place it somewhere here in the front and maybe shave off a bit on the top. Or, as I like to do, I want to go with the fighter cockpit. I could bring it back a bit. The fighter cockpit itself is very, very big. Maybe here. Okay. If you know who made something similar, then let me know. That would be neat. Again, I'm taking it as inspiration, but I don't want to completely blatantly copy what the other person has done there. So I hope it's far enough away from what the other person had in mind there, what I'm doing here. Okay, the back wheel? By the way, is there a bigger wheel? 5x5. Is this suspension the 5x5? Ooh. The 5x5 is bigger. That poses a problem. Because I think I wanted to have the wheels a bit bigger. Or... these wheels seem to be very, very small. Let me change that. And now it doesn't seem big enough. That's so hard to do, basically live while recording. I think the placement is good, but I will bring them back a bit, I think. So what do I have? 3 on the side, and then maybe we can just go and do this, cut this corner and have it yeah, that's I think much better. Okay, we will get rid of this again. My inventory will be full after this. But I want to at least get the front shape right, so that we don't end up with the problem now could be that this whole thing gets too big for the whole structure here. That could pose a problem then again. I want to make it so small that we can maybe pick it up with the crawler and just have it, don't know, hang on the back side or something like that. Yeah, that's better. I think this will be the width in the end. Again, these shouldn't steer, so they should just be here to keep it rolling, and the one on the back will be the steering wheel. Now the question is, I want to have just one wheel on the back. Measurements 1, 2, 3, and then I think 2 is the right thing. Oh, that's always problematic. The one thing Space Engineers does is it has these all the numbers sometimes in. This is an even number and not an odd number. I would like to have an odd number to work with it. I hope it still works when we place it. Okay, we are one below this structure, so we will keep the middle 3 as blocks for the whole thing to rotate. Then there is the suspension, and now we go and bring this a bit to the back and then place the wheel on here. Does this work? I hope it does in the end. I hope it does in the end. The cool thing is now we could already go out and drive it around for a second. We could test it out. We have gyros, we have the reactor, and we could just see if it overloads in the end or if it... So, the 2 wheels in the front shouldn't be the steering wheels. I want them to not steer. I want the dampening to go to 50, friction just 100%, power 50%. So the front wheels will be wheels that drive, that's okay, but they shouldn't be wheels that steer. Suspension travel, speed limit, we will go for the moment relatively slow, 30. The one in the back is the steering wheel, and we will go and set it to, okay, the steering angle must be okay that way, 50%, friction 100. I always hope that if the friction is high, we don't have the problem that it slides around. Dampening, and we will keep the wheel height. Let us get rid of the landing gear and then pull in the... see, it is sliding. I need to set the parking brake. I now know what the button for the parking brake is, by the way. It's just P. It's like the other things. It's just P. Okay. Let me get rid of the beacon. We don't need that at the moment. Because the landing gear is built, the piston is built. Now I hope that if we pull it in, it is not in the way. That would be neat. The piston reverse. Everything is set to me. Now we take a look. No, piston. Piston reverse. Ah, it's off. Piston off. On. Reverse. Yeah, see that? That's cool. Now we have it so far tucked into the structure that we can live with that. Can this thing steer in a good way? I hope it can. So release the parking brake. Ooh, okay. Oh, see, it is. Ooh, it has the tendency to capsize a bit. That's problematic. Maybe we need to. Ooh, maybe we need to push the wheels out a bit more. Maybe we need to push out the wheels a bit more. So what we could do is we turn the wheels around and have the front wheels not so close to the middle. Then it doesn't have the tendency to capsize. Also, we go down with the speed to maybe 20 or so kilometers per hour. The front wheel now pushes like the back wheel now pushes like crazy, and that should make and we will reduce the steering angle. That widens our. Yes, that's much better. So it doesn't need to be crazy fast. It would be nice to have a crazy fast vehicle here, but we all know that this doesn't work too well when it comes to having fast vehicles. But you can see that the concept is valid. We can work with that. I think again I will turn around the front wheels so they are a bit more to the outside, so it doesn't tend to capsize like crazy. And yeah, that's neat. Good thing that works out. However, we are able to attach it to the main vehicle, then I'm not sure. But the size shouldn't go up more, I would say. Otherwise otherwise it will just be too big so that we can attach it in any way to the main thing there. But tricycles work. That's a cool thing. Okay, people, this is a long episode already, and I think I will end it here. We have another working vehicle here right now, and can go with this to help us out with maybe scouting or something like that. Wow, why? Sometimes you see that when I'm trying to slow the whole thing down right now, and it doesn't. I'm pushing back. It should just stop, but it speeds up more and more right now, and I don't know why. We will have to figure that out. But people, again, I hope you liked the episode. A bit of concept building, and I hope that you give me tips and give me ideas what else we could do with this. And I hope to see you on Friday, I would say. See ya, guys.